Hey everybody, I'm back. I took a little break from tarot. It's been a little wild, 6 to 8 months, and I needed to take a break from tarot, step away, gain perspective. Absolutely hangman energy for me. I think I've definitely moved on from that, and I'm ready to read tarot again. And I do want to say a little bit more. It's not that I wasn't reading tarot. I was definitely reading my own, and I definitely read for a few friends. But doing the YouTube channel was a lot of work, and I needed to kind of change the way I do it a little bit. And I think that I have a good system right now, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I said, this reading is for the water signs, and I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to start with Cancer. So this is the 106 mark, just that's for my own mental note. I will put timestamps in the video so that you know where to go. All right, I shuffled these a little bit, but I want to give them a nice good shuffle. I'm going to do a 3-card reading, possibly with some clarifying if I need to. And then I will pick a animal card from the Wild Unknown Spirit or Spirit deck, excuse me. I have the book here, just in case I need it. All right. So, Cancer, July. What do we have for you? Ooh. Cards want to come flying out. Okay, that feels good. So, the first card's going to be the past. And this is probably going to be the last 3 months, the last year, kind of the last phase that you've been going through. And we have the Fool. You have started something new, Cancer, and it can be in any part of your life, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a new job, but it's definitely starting something over, something maybe that you're not super familiar with, but you're going to do it anyway, right? And it can be foolish energy in terms of like you don't know everything yet, but that's okay. You're ready to take a step in the right direction, even though you may not know where you're going. But that's how we all start out, right? When we're starting something new. So that's great. I want to see where you are now with this energy, though. So you have the 7 of Wands. This is very much protection energy. Like you're trying to protect this new venture that you're going on. You've definitely shared it with some people and you might be getting some pushback. Like, is this the right thing for you? Is this the right decision that you're making? But you have a lot of passion for this. This is a wand card. So it definitely has to do with something that's inspiring to you, something that really comes from a purposeful place for you. And it can be difficult when you have to fight for yourself. But it doesn't mean you're not going to be rewarded. It might be some challenging energy for you right now, but I really think that it's going to pay off for you. And let's see where you're headed in the future. I'm very curious. So you're going to have to make a decision. This is the 2 of Swords. This is your intellect, how you think. It can be kind of so the Ace of Swords comes before this, right? And the Ace of Swords is a new way of thinking, a new way of challenging yourself and really just having to make a decision about where you're going with this new idea that you have. And it could be like a fork in the road, like you have to choose a path. And you will make a decision. And you have been fighting for something. So this new project that you're working on, this new venture, you get to a point where you've worked on it for a little while, and then you have to decide, where am I going with this? So that can be tough for you. These cards are definitely a lot. So I'm actually going to clarify this Two of Swords. I need a little bit more information here. So I have the Tarot of Dreams right here. So I'm just going to clarify the Two of Swords for Cancer. Let's just get a little bit more information here. Two of Swords. Okay. You have the Four of Cups. So the decision that you're making, like, you've put a lot of effort into something. This is a water card. It has to do with your emotions. So this definitely is tied up with your emotions. You might be feeling a little defeated, but you kind of just have to look at the cup that's still full rather than the cups are empty. Like, this new project, this new venture, it might be causing you a little pain, but you have to realize that there's still another cup, there's a way out of this. Those are the words I was looking for. And this is your card, Cancer. And the moon, you can see the moon up in the left-hand corner is representative of kind of like the three cups that have spilled. Like that, like, you know, you're trying to look at the cup, but you're having a little bit of a problem doing it. You're feeling a little discouraged, and sometimes you just have to have that maybe epiphany moment where you're like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought. I still have a way through this. So when you're making this decision, this Two of Swords energy, you just have to look for that cup, look for the bright spot. And it's there, you just have to find it. I'm glad I clarified. That does give me some more information. Yeah, and on the bottom of the deck, here you have the Eight of Wands, which comes after the Seven of Wands. So you definitely are going to move past this Seven of Wands energy into the fast movement. Once you make this decision, it's going to happen for you, and you're going to see the cup that's full. Wow, I'm glad I turned that over. Now we're going to pick an animal card. I am going to be using this book here. So let's pick one animal card for Cancer. One animal card for Cancer. What is some advice here? Earthworm. There's the earthworm. And this is, let's look this up. This is shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. So this has to do with this decision you're making. We all have felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working on to establish confidence in the new field. This has to do with your Fool energy. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insight. And this is definitely like leading into this Seven of Wands energy, because you need the advice for this card. The advice to get through this earthworm energy is to speak up and to risk embarrassment. And that's okay. Like, you're going to have to fight and risk things here. You're going to have to take a risk with the Two of Swords, right? But that's okay. We all have to take risks. You may be at the beginning of something, but it's going to come from a place of passion. So it's going to work out for you. All right, Cancer, that's going to do it for you. Now I'm going to move on to Scorpio, and we're at the 9:25 mark right now. All right, Scorpio, let me just get all of these cards here. So we're going to start with the Rider-Waite deck. And I'm just going to give these a nice shuffle. And I'm going to give these a nice shuffle. All right, what do we have for Scorpio for the month of July? Ooh. Scorpio is the second water sign in astrology. And you guys can be kind of stubborn, resistant to change. So let's see. I'm going to pick 3 cards. We're going to do past, present, and future. We need to shuffle these a little more. Sometimes with these cards, it's like, just slow down a little bit. So what I'm doing when I'm shuffling here is I'm waiting for the moment where I kind of relax, where I feel kind of empty, like there's not a lot of thoughts going on. That's right now. Okay, so in the past, the energy that Scorpio has been dealing with is the Wheel of Fortune. So something that's tied to your destiny has been going on in the past 3 months to the year. Whatever this phase in your life that you're dealing with has been very much related to your destiny, something that is really filling you up and making you happy. And you definitely feel like this is the right track. Like when you pick the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're doing what you're doing because it's what you're supposed to be doing. So I really like that for you, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you right now in the present. So you're moving on. This is the 6 of Swords. This is challenging energy. You're not quite to the other shore yet. But this is destined to happen. You're making this happen on your own. And it can be discouraging because you can see the other side, but you like I said, you're just not there yet. Let's see where you're headed though, in the future, which is going to be the next card. You're headed towards this new idea. So once you reach the other once you reach the other shore, or you reach the shoreline, you're going to have something new come in for you that is going to bring you success. And it's going to bring you material success. So that could be money. It could be a new job. It can be, I even think that this could be a new relationship for you. Something new is coming in that's going to give you some stability in your life. And it's going to be something that maybe you haven't thought of before, or something you've been thinking about that finally it's time for you to let this out. Because you know how we can be brewing on something for a while, but we're not quite ready to let it out. Now you're going to be starting it now. You're going to be letting it out. I really like that. I might try to clarify the Wheel of Fortune here. Is there something specific related to the Wheel of Fortune that Scorpio needs to know about? This card. The Fool. Yeah. This is your destiny to start something new. And you realize that you need to move on for it to happen. Move on, the 6 of Swords. So you're definitely you're feeling a little, whatever this is, it's very new to you. You realize that you have everything you need to do this now. And then once you realize that, this new thing is going to start. So let's move on. I'm going to pick an animal, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I'm going to pick 1 card from it. I did shuffle this a little bit, but let me give it a quick shuffle. Scorpio, this is great energy for you. You've definitely been experiencing, the 6 of Swords definitely relates to a challenge that you're moving away from, which is great. So let's see if there's an animal card that kind of is going to help you, some advice that's going to help you through this situation. The energy that you can tap into. Okay, here we go. Scorpion card. Fire card, right? So let's see. Scorpion. So the Scorpion relates to passion. It can be a competitive energy, and it tends towards isolation, because a Scorpio or a Scorpion, it's a solitary creature, right? The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. Now, to work through this energy of the card, like the negative energy of this card, which is like jealous energy, resentful energy, which can be very unresolving, right? You have to face it with honesty and forgiveness. So whatever this situation from the past is that you're moving on from, you're going to have to forgive somebody or yourself. And that's not easy. All right, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope this resonates with you. And we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Pisces, the dreamer, someone who sits in their unconscious a lot, or tries to sit in their unconsciousness a lot and understand it. Very shadowy. I love Pisces. They're very interesting people. Very emotionally connected to themselves. And when they're not, they feel very out of balance. So let's see what's going on with Pisces. Just give these a good shuffle. I am going to do a 3-card pull from my Rider-Waite deck. It's going to represent your past, your present, and your future. Three of Wands wanted to come out there. I'll throw it back in. All right, one more shuffle. So you'll notice I do kind of a normal shuffle, and then I kind of toss the cards around a little bit. Just kind of like this. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to settle my mind, kind of empty it out. And once that happens, when I don't have any thoughts, I stop. That's good. So, Pisces, the energy that you're dealing with right now, the energy that you've been dealing with in the past, and this represents the past 3 months, or the past year, and it's like the last phase that you're going through, this most recent phase. Whoa. So you have the 3 of Cups. This is celebration energy. It's very emotional. It's celebrating with others in your tight-knit circle. It's very passionate, fun energy. So you've been in this past phase that you've been going through, it's been filling you up. And that's really important when you're dealing with your emotions. You don't want to feel desperation, you want to feel hopeful. And this card is very hopeful. So what's going on in the present for you? The world. So you're coming to some sort of completion in your life. This phase that you've been going through is going to end. So unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm not sure. This 3 of Cups energy is gonna end, and you're gonna move on to something else. So you've celebrated this achievement that you've had, or whatever it is that's emotionally tied, that's tied to your emotions, which can be anything, because your emotions can be tied to anything. You're moving on to the next thing. Now let's see in the future what that next thing is. The Ace of Pentacles, and actually one of your sister signs, I believe it was Scorpio, no, it was Cancer, this is something new in the material world that's going to be coming to you. This is your next project. Whatever you're putting out into the world, right? Whatever you're consciously putting out into the world. And I'm not sure what that is for you. You're going to have to really think about it, but it could be a job. It could be some money coming in, but most likely it's going to be something like a job or something like that. It also could be, I kind of think, a new relationship with this card, because that is part of your material world. I do want to clarify this Three of Cups a little bit. You also have the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is another completion card. So this could be like letting go of burdens. It's definitely like moving on from something that you used to rely on, but it's not working anymore. So let's clarify this Three of Cups energy and the war. Actually, it's going to be kind of Three of Cups and the World in between those two. So now it's another three, the Three of Pentacles. So this has definitely been something that has been teamwork related, that you're very passionate, or that is very emotionally attached for you. This is great. So it's definitely like an important project that you're working with others. You may have been the leader, or you may have been one of the people that reports to the leader that is very influential in making this project happen. But whatever it is, it's been successful. But now you're ready to move on to the next thing. All right. So now let's pick an animal spirit card. It's from my Wild Unknown deck, and we're just gonna pick one card here. Let me give them a good shuffle. With this completion card here, with the World, I'm kind of very curious, Pisces, what you're gonna find out here. A dolphin wanted to come out. A water card, it's very emotional. Okay. Oyster. So yeah, I love this card. So I know a little bit about this card. This is a water card, so it's definitely related to your emotions, as I've been saying. And oysters make a pearl, right? And it requires so much stress to make that pearl, because the oyster isn't opening their shell, right? It's like so stuck and tight, right? So, but it requires that to get to the pearl. So let's look up the oyster. I love this card so much. I've gone through periods in my life where I've picked the oyster and it's so spot on, it's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna read this to you. So the oyster is patient, it's a secret keeper, and it's hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. I'm going to take a sip of my tea here. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. And the energy of this card that it suggests to move through this oyster energy, right, is to share something. So something that you've been keeping to yourself needs to come out. And it's going to relate to this Ace of Pentacles energy, because you've completed a cycle. You're ready to move on to the next thing, but you're going to have to let it out and share with other people, because once you share it, it becomes real and tangible. All right. Thank you so much, Pisces. Thank you all the signs for staying this long. If you did, I really appreciate you watching. Please like or subscribe or subscribe if you like what you see today. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.